Paris was the very epicenter of the avant-garde in the late 19th century. That's where all the artists, mostly led by Manet and followed by Monet, Renoir, Pissarro, and Sisley, all represented in the group of paintings we're selling, resided and made their art. But as often is the case, the locals, the country of origin, wasn't as receptive to the Impressionist school as foreigners. There was a great market for Impressionist paintings in Germany, as well as a tremendously strong market in the United States. When you couple that with a financial crisis that was occurring in late 19th century France, shrewd dealers like Durand-Ruel sought out these foreign markets to promote the work. Of the three major Northeast cities, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston, Boston was arguably both spiritually, culturally, and marginally geographically closer to Europe than the others. By 1870, the first decade, the inception of Impressionism, Boston collectors were already acquiring art of Renoir, Monet, Pissarro, and Sisley. The MFA Boston was the first museum to acquire a Monet, as well as the first museum in America to acquire a Degas. So that's why the collection is so rich in Impressionist masters, and that's why we're so thrilled to have this small segment of pictures to offer for sale in November. Behind my shoulder is an absolutely exquisite Monet, a view of the fort at Antibes. Now, Monet actually executed 39 different views of the environs of Antibes. This was in sort of early, late spring when the gusty winds were blowing, and he actually had to chain his easel down. Some days he couldn't paint, some days he painted in a fever, trying to capture the glint of water, the sparkling light all across. For Pissarro, instead of traveling, he went to the countryside around Éragny, where he had a house. In fact, our particular view at Éragny is outside the artist's own window. The two Sisleys we have in the collection were painted much more locally at Saint-Mame. This is a town that was at the confluence of Loing and the Seine rivers. What's also exciting in this group is we have an 1884 work by Paul Gauguin. Now that's a moment very early in his career when he was influenced by the Impressionists. So many of these were collected and brought to America generations ago and are completely fresh to the market. I think this makes this an absolutely exciting moment and a very rare opportunity for collectors to get truly wonderful works of Impressionist art.